when I was younger, say about 19, I dated a man that I met in campus. We were both pursuing finance, and as an introvert, I had very few friends in that class, so he quickly became my favorite person. He was older than me by about 5 years or so, and he also had a job there. He worked in the military by day, and he was a student by night. One day, he walked up to me after class and said, "Hey, I have something to tell you." And I was like, "Nini?" And he told me, "I'm dropping this class next semester." "Why?" I asked him, and he said, "I'm being deployed, yeah? I'm going to another country." Now, when I think of deployment, I think of what I see in the movies: people dying, people being killed, people being abducted by terrorists, all sorts of really ugly things. So I don't know why, but I felt so bad, yeah, and I immediately started to cry. Sijui mbona nilikuwa nangojea anibembeleze, yeah? Like when I started crying, I thought like he'd start bembelezing me. But instead, he asked me, "Unalia nini sasa?" And I was like, "I feel bad. I'm worried about you. I feel like you could die, da 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 da." All those vitu mtu sema akiwa bado mtu blood fucking. So he looks at me and he says, why would you start crying in January for something that will happen in July? In that moment, I did not understand that response. It seemed cold and heartless and rather insensitive, yeah? And I remember feeling very hurt by that response. Lately, I've been trying to embrace the philosophy of Stoicism. It is one of the things, or rather one of the philosophies that I'm trying to incorporate into my life. And last week, when I was reading about it, I came across something that took me back to that response that guy gave me. And that thing was, avoid unnecessary suffering. In fact, the full quote was, "Do not suffer before you must. Do not suffer longer than you must. Only suffer when you must." Ile kitu yenye aliuliza, why would you start crying in January for something that will happen in July? If I asked you today what you were worried about on this exact day 3 years ago, you wouldn't remember. This is because a lot of the things that we worry about are imagined problems. They never happen. And if they do, they are never as bad as we imagined them to be. Life is only scary up close, but from a distance it is a comedy. And the thing that used to worry you last year, saizi you can think about it and laugh because you now realize it wasn't that serious. But hiyo wakati pengine hata ilikuwa imekumaliza hata karibu we mwenyewe ujimalize. So this is your reminder. Do not suffer longer than you have to. Do not suffer before you have to. Only suffer when you must. And do not suffer imagined problems. Anyway, that's all. Thank you. Bye.